Tonight, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's the NFC Championship game. It's the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Philadelphia Eagles.
It seems like only yesterday we were here for Super Bowl 52 and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Minnesota. For the chance to head to Arizona in 2 weeks' time for Super Bowl 57, we are underway now in the NFC Championship. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go. Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Second down, back to Sanders. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. He'll look to throw. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. And this one is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Danielle Hunter. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here come the Vikings as they get set for their first drive. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here's 2nd and 8. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They'll look to throw here.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he will have a Vikings first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
After the play, not a good sign. Dalvin Cook staying on the ground. While the traders take a look, we'll step aside. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. First carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Back to throw here. He finds his man, complete. That's Sharp. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Back to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. He'll drop to throw. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do you do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me.
He'll look to throw.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Getting the ball is Cook running left. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Handoff comes to Cook. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Second and 20. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This is Chenault on the receiving end. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And he fires one, but incomplete. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And the Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Well, he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big play there for Minnesota. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Goes right back to Smith again. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30. So now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So the face mask moves them closer. And now 1st and goal. Cook. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, I know a defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Again, it's Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The first down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like their little bit of courage in play calling, too. Because after an unsuccessful run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, if it was to bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
They'll set up to throw. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
The Eagles on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw. Over the middle to Smith. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. The Eagles send out their punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. The Vikings on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll drop to throw. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Cook running right. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They're going to look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. And it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. The Eagles on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He's got Njoku over the middle. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Vikings ready to go again on offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report in a bit. The coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They'll stick with the passing game as pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And complete right side to Cook. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. A 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This is the tight end, Njoku. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is taken in by Njoku. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. They'll look to throw here on first down. That's going to be caught. It's Chenault. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. It's 1st and 10 from the 12.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the battle to see who will take home that George Halas Trophy and represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. So with that, let's get you right back out for the second half, as one of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. To find out who, let's turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Halas Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And the Vikings set to go on offense to begin the third quarter. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Left side, Cook. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Cook. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. He finds his man complete. That's Sharp. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 7 yards, the pickup there. Second down from the 8. 5. Here's Madison running left. A great move, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Fletcher Cox with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. And his kick here is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was, and Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football.
Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Connection made with Chenault.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. So the pitch and catch good for 11, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession.
And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points. And we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you're talking about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Osborne. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
2nd and 4. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. On 2nd down, this is Madison. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Well, every now and then you just absolutely outguess yourself. 3rd and inches, and they decide not to run the ball. You end up seeing the end result.
The end result was not good. They elect to pass, and it backfires. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that, with a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter. This possession, gigantic. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team. But the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. The Eagles on 3rd down. Lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now back to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Oh, partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all, because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And the pieces have fallen into place to this point. They've got a 2-score lead in the fourth quarter. A berth to the Super Bowl resting on their ability to see this one through to the end. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's Madison getting it again on second. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The Vikings on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now we've got movement up front. And I think this is going to be on Minnesota. A full start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. On the handoff, it's Madison. And Madison hit, and the ball pops free. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Partner, that would look like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. They trail by 2 scores in the 4th, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. Time to see what this offense has left in the tank. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that challenge, a successful one. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. "36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score, because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going. So, I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll look to throw here.
To Chenault on the slant.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd down and 12. Back to throw here. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Madison.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sharp. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Going to run with Madison again. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. They will take a knee here and cue the celebrations. They are off to the Super Bowl. And the crowd on its feet, and understandably so. They are Super Bowl bound after taking that knee.
How about the ability to celebrate not just winning a championship, but to do it with your fans on your home field? What a great collaboration for them all year long.
Charles, let's focus for a second on the losing side. In a couple months, they may look back and say, wow.